Today I want to talk about the subject of what are appropriate communications about a coworker's attire. This is a tricky area because unlike talking about a coworker's dogs or cats or kids' school plays, it has the possibility, no matter what, of having a sexual component to it. So we have to be very careful, and as sensitivities heighten about harassment issues, we really need to get this right. So I want to give three scenarios. Let's assume a male supervisor and a female subordinate. That's not always the case where harassment issues arise, but it is the most common, so let's use that. I will be the male supervisor in this case, and what about if I say to a female employee, "Wow, you look really hot in that dress today"? I hope we can all agree that is a bad idea. That's something that is totally inappropriate to say, I think, in any workplace setting. So that's an easy case to start us out. Let's go on to the next one. How about if I say, "Good morning, I like that dress"? How does that sound? And talk to your coworkers about that, because you'll get different opinions on this. It's certainly better than my first one, but as I say, it's always a little bit tricky because there is the possibility, depending on your tone, depending on your other conduct, or how are you looking at a person. You hear the expression looking somebody up and down. If I say that I'm looking somebody up and down, that's not okay. The last is, "Hey, is that a new dress?" Again, we can probably agree of the three, certainly the safest, very much the least of the three referring to the person's appearance and just referring to the dress, much more open-ended. So that's certainly the best of the three. There is a school of thought, and I probably am in this school of thought, that if you've got a supervisor in a position of authority over somebody, and again, let's just stick with our male-female scenario, really, if I'm that supervisor and I'm thinking about my employee's dress at all, I should really just keep that to myself. And I don't think that's a bad way to go. I know some people think that's overly conservative. It impairs their ability to be warm and connected to other employees. I understand that, and we don't want to be in a workplace where things are so rigid that we can't connect with our employees. But I would submit that you can be warm with employees, connected with them, by focusing on the dogs and the cats and the school plays and just leaving their apparel out of it. That's certainly a safe way to go about it. It's going to depend on individuals that you're talking to, on the individual doing the talking. There aren't black and white rules, and that's one reason this can be a tough area. I think it is good advice, though, to err on the side of caution. Try to stick to subjects that don't relate to an employee's appearance. And remember, people have misunderstandings in this area, and that's when legal problems arise. And there have been a lot of lawyers who've been kept busy by a situation where that male supervisor had one view of what the communication was about and what the nature of it was, and the female subordinate had another view.